So as you guys can see, I'm back at the gym, about to do some climbing. My favorite time of the day, well, my favorite time of the night, when absolutely no one is around, so I can actually do some falling and not embarrass myself. On today's agenda for the climbing wall, I'm going to try to climb every single route on this wall. There is one route that I am still not able to climb. I tried it already many times and I cannot figure it out, so I'll leave it for a very last one. Interestingly though, that one route that I cannot clear, I don't think it was intended to be the hardest one. I just think it happened to kind of happen. This is the one, the red going up, and I'm having problems specifically on these two holes going from this, and if I can only catch to that one, that's it. The rest, it looks very easy. But these two holes, between these two, this one is very nice and there's plenty of grip. But this little triangle is a little tricky. So I'll leave this for the last one. I think the hardest one that was supposed to be the hardest one is this blue one, which was just recently added. And it is actually pretty hard for me. I was able to clear it for the first time on my last session. So let's see if I can do everything. Still trying to find a good harness, and I actually already tried a few, but it didn't really work for me, so I had to return. So for now, I'm still using this gym's harness, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I think I'm gonna start with this orange here. I think this is the easiest route here, so I think it's good for warm-up. And then I'll go to the second orange, which is here. Another pretty simple, a little bit at an angle, but pretty simple route. And then I'll do the yellows, then I'll do one red, then the blue. Somewhere in between I'll do the green, because it's not too hard when you get to the top, but these two holes are pretty tricky for me. One thing I wanted to ask you guys, if you guys are watching and you've been climbing before, if you could help me grade this route, I would really appreciate it, just again to see what my capabilities are. Alright, let's start climbing. I'll probably do the voiceover with some music instead of me talking while climbing, because I like to listen to the music while I'm climbing. So this orange route, I think, is the easiest route on this wall. It's a good start, although that middle big boulder looking thing it's a little bit tricky, especially if you don't have enough chalk on your hands. It can be a little bit slippery. Feels good to start fresh, a lot of strength in the arms, almost feels like you can pull yourself up just with the arms, don't even need to use your legs. This was supposed to be third hardest climb on this wall, because I think the yellow one next to the first orange that I did was supposed to be the second one, so this was supposed to be the third one, but got everything mixed up. I really enjoyed these self-belaying devices on the top. I'm not sure what they're called. A little bit of a show-off. Did a little bit of a show-off. Unnecessary jumping. You know, that's one reason I really like climbing in the gym with the safety equipment and the mats, because you can experiment. You can take unnecessary risks just to push your limits and see what you're capable of, you know? Think about this. It's not just you climbing and pushing your limits for yourself. You're also pushing the limits for other people, because other people can look at you and say, wow, you know, I didn't even think that this was possible, so why not I try this and do it better, do it crazier. It reminds me of my breakdancing. When I started, there was so many moves that today are looked at so, you basic. But back in the day, they were like, wow, impossible. Same thing with climbing. Just maybe, 30-40 years, the hardest route was like something that is today's, well, pretty basic, And what has been accomplished today in the world of climbing, just like look at the Alex Hanlon and him climbing the El Capitan, free solo El Capitan. So something like this wasn't even imaginable back in the day. I like that route. Kind of technical. I think this is the very first time I did that route. Never really paid attention to it, but it's pretty cool. I want to work on it some more. It's interesting how much you improve the more you do the routes, the more you get better at them, faster at them. And it's almost like, wow, it was way simpler than I thought. Like this green route, for example, the first time I tried it, I couldn't do it for like 2 or 3 sessions. I couldn't do it. I would just keep sliding off that second big boulder looking thing. But now it's pretty simple. So there are 3 red routes. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That there are 3. 2 on both sides, and then the one that I couldn't do, at least up until this. Just watch the video, you'll find out. But yeah, I couldn't do it, and kept getting pretty frustrated about it, because it really seems to be so simple, but it's just couldn't figure it out. I think this red on the left that I'm doing right now is actually harder than the other red that is on the far right. But I mixed them up and I did this one. And plus I'm really getting fatigued already. So I'm becoming more slow, and when you're becoming slow, it's interesting thing how your body and mind works together. I really like it. I think pretty much everything out there, every activity, every sport, it's both your body and mind working together. And you notice when your body gets fatigued, when you get tired, your mind starts overdoing things. So it's important to keep the balance between the two and think what you do and do what you think. Because then you're just wasting energy, like I'm doing right now. There you go. Kind of a risky move. Wouldn't do it without a belay, at least just yet. Okay, so I have 2 rounds left. Yes, one is the blue, which I think is pretty hard. I was just able to do this recently, so I'm pretty new to these. And then once I'm done with that, then I'll get into the red that I haven't done yet. So let's do the blue. And you can hear me heavily breathing already. Yeah. There's barely any breaks, which is what I like. I honestly like to work out this way, not taking a lot of breaks, just going non-stop up until I can't, and then ending the workout. Just giving my max and ending the workout. Because when I'm at the point where I cannot go anymore, well, I can't really go anymore. That's what I try to kind of achieve every single workout. Just go until I can. Non-stop. yeah, this blue route took me a while. And I couldn't do it until I got my climbing shoes and some chalk. And I honestly could not believe how much of a difference it makes, chalk versus no chalk. And I know for you experienced guys who've been climbing, it's like, yeah, duh.
The worst for last. Let's see. The red.
But yeah, to me, chalk was like a revelation. I was like, nah, how much of a difference can it make? Yeah, makes huge difference. Yeah, so you can see those two red holes, tiny little holes at the bottom of the frame, and then one weird triangle and another decent one for like 2 fingers, and then 2 very slippery ones that I'm looking at right now, trying to figure out how I'm gonna grab them. So there, and it looks much simpler honestly on camera, but yeah, here it's like, because of that angle of the wall, it is really like, you really have to keep your body close to the wall. Because if you don't, like, your center of mass, it just pulls you back away from the wall, and it's not enough of the grip on those holds. Yeah, I pretend like I know what I'm doing. And that triangle that I'm holding on with my right hand. Wait, that's the right hand. No. Yes, that's the right hand. With my right hand that I was holding. I just figured out how to grab it because I kept grabbing it from the top and down again. And you see now I'm grabbing it from the bottom, creating kind of contrast between 2 arms, 2 hands. One from the top, one from the bottom, and it kind of creates that hold.
Almost like jump.
Still not enough. Actually, I tried to jump last session I was, and I crashed my elbow really bad. Actually, you can see that video on one of my reviews. Crushed it so bad it was hurting for like 2 days straight.
Maybe skip the 2.
Yeah, right. Skip the 2. Wishful thinking. It looks close, but it's not even close to me, like, to reach it. No. And I try to jump. That's how I try to jump to the top red one. Didn't work. That hurt right there.
I had to think about it.
Okay, let's try it again. Got some injuries going already, but I'll try one more thing. See if that works. I can do it. You gotta do it. No excuses. Yep, no excuses. That's it. And it's like one of those things that, like, I know I can do it, but my brain just can't figure it out just yet, so I just have to keep trying different things. Here, yeah, nope, that's the same. Oh, that's something different. That's different. And I'm like, wow, that's a revelation, and there we go. But I get excited. Too early. I get excited. Yeah, see, yeah, twice. You don't celebrate too early. But I was really excited that I did it. It's a great feeling. Great feeling when you try to do something, you work hard at it, and when you finally get it, and it feels fantastic. To me, that's what true achievement is, you know? Not like the things I have or like whatever career or something. This, like pushing the boundaries and finding more and more limits. I can't wait to go climbing outdoors.
Okay.
Let me tell you the trick. The trick was the correct song. Angel of the City. That's it. That's the song.
Alright guys, let me know what you think. The grades are, I mean, some of these, they look really basic, but particularly I'm interested in this one. What would you grade this particular route? I know it's hard to judge from the camera, but just guesstimate.
It will be very helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Let's go back to climbing.